Hello, my name is Lukasz, and I'm delighted to have my second Kocham Polske talk. This is the first one in 2022. The last one was actually more than 1 year ago, and I was still a student back then. I was finishing my PhD in creative media at the School of Creative Media at City University of Hong Kong. And I talked to Nancy, it was December, and I was just 1 or 2 months away from my defense, so I would just finish the final stages of the whole process and then proceed to the defense itself. And 1 or 2 days before the defense, I figured I should recharge my batteries, so I went to Lama to do the final read of the PhD thesis, to successfully defend it maybe 2 or 3 days after. We had a celebration with the Kocham Polske team. That was a great, very local traditional dim sum place, a secret one. Really great food. And another celebration just right before my departure, because at that time it was March, or it was actually April, and I decided I should visit my parents and my friends and all the people I would miss for months being here. So that was the pre-departure dinner, and I really liked it. Great food, and I would miss that food back in Poland. So early, yeah, that's literally the last day before my flight. Of course, empty flight back to Europe, and I went to see the Symphony of Lights. That was just three people on the promenade, so the view was quite different from the tourist times, but still. And this is actually one of the few photos I took right after landing in Poland, and it was really cold, at least to me, because I was quite adjusted to great warm Hong Kong weather, and that was just like maybe +8 or +10, so it was freezing to me. So I used all the cloth layers I could find. And of course, a few days after, I would start reuniting with my friends, visiting all the close ones. But still, in Hong Kong, I had, because I was in Poland for 6 months, and during that time, I had two art exhibitions still taking place in Hong Kong. So this is one of the art exhibitions that was managed by my dear friends here on site. And this is one of my artworks. It's called the No Straw Day. You can check it out online. And of course, taking advantage of Polish landscapes, we rented a car a few times, and we did a couple of road trips around Poland. We visited both the south and the east and the north, eating great European food. That was a great change after Asian food. Of course, we would visit Krakow, and it was really, because that was June, so the COVID situation back in Europe was still pretty severe, so not many tourists in Krakow. So this is a picture you could hardly take before the pandemic, because the Krakow old town square wouldn't be so empty. Again, this is back in Warsaw. I'm in the process of making one of the videos for Kocham Polske HK. This is there are a few of Warsaw themed videos showing different faces that Warsaw can offer. That was actually a short movie on Warsaw as city of gardens. And another great memory from 2021, a screening of one of those movies to Hong Kong students, actually. And then I would connect with those students and talk about Poland, answer their questions. I basically I invited them over to a Zoom breakfast at a very local place in the Warsaw's old town. They would even ask, why would I drink so much coffee in the morning? Like it's a question in the first place. It's a given fact. You need a coffee to wake up, after all. And I had really great time. That was the first time I would do something like this over such a huge distance, like cross generational and cross cultural meetings across 8,000 kilometers. Great experience. And of course, my parents would visit me in Warsaw a few times, and we would went to restaurants. We would go out as much as possible because that was July, so the COVID situation back in Europe was a little bit less severe. That's why we don't have masks. Again, more great photos from road trips. This is the Karkonosze Mountains in the southwest part of Poland. Once the pandemic is over, I really encourage you to check out this. At one of our road trips, we would also visit the Karkonosze Mountains. It's in the southwest of Poland. I highly encourage you to check out this region once the pandemic is over. Great mountains, interesting castles, picturesque nature to see. Great small towns, medieval towns. And of course, I would also visit my family members. In the middle, as you can reckon, is my grandmother, and on the left is my cousin. Then on the right is my humble persona. Again, another family visit. This is back in Warsaw. It's getting colder because this is early September. Actually, that's why we have a layer or two extra on us. And as far as yes, this is the next meeting, the next session with another group of Hong Kong students. I would do a virtual walk around Old City and towards the Vistula River. The weather was so we were in a bit of a rush, but overall it was a great success. Hong Kong students asked me really interesting and sometimes even quite in-depth questions about the city, about lifestyle in Warsaw. So I really had fun. And yes, this is the as we call it in Polish, Polska Złota Jesień, kind of Polish Indian summer. Great colors, and this is actually, I haven't seen such scenery for a few years, because usually early autumn I would be in Hong Kong starting next academic year, but this time I took advantage of the fact that I could still be in Poland, and I would wander as much as possible around Warsaw parks and woods. As you can imagine, this is one of the quarantine photos. I'm back in Hong Kong. At that time, it was still just 2 weeks, so relatively nice time. I had enough books and TV series to survive the whole experience in more or less one piece. And that was actually the first meal I could get right after the quarantine. So I didn't take any prisoners. Just went for a high carb, tasty meal in one of the one chai pizza places actually. Yes, this is the beginning of November. I would start my new job as a postdoctoral research fellow at Academy of Visual Arts at Hong Kong Baptist University. Thanks to a Hong Kong government research grant council fellowship that I won, and I will be on that fellowship for another 3 years. as a principal investigator in a research project hosted at the Academy of Visual Arts. That's a diploma I was given at the official ceremony. Unfortunately, because of COVID, no food, but still nice reception. I'm quite fond of that memory. And of course, I couldn't come back to Hong Kong without any gifts for my dear Kocham Polske friends, Kocham Polske HK friends. And since I'm from the Silesia, the regions in the south of Poland, with quite a unique identity, we even have our own language. So I figured I should donate something to the Kocham Polske HK library, and I actually brought a book written in the Silesian language. And I won't show you more. If you want to know the whole dedication, you need to come here and check out the book. And the book is right here. That's the book. It's available in Polish, in Silesian, and in German, if you know it. Time to move into a new apartment. As you can imagine, that's the first IKEA shipment that out of a few at least, but that was the first one. Thanks to that, I could start a new chapter. And I'm still a Kowloon person. I told last year I'm on the Kowloon team, and I'm still on the Kowloon team. I just changed the neighborhood to Changsha 1. Of course, I could reunite with some of my Hong Kong friends and meet quite a few new ones. Lately I've been taking advantage of the hiking season. I try to hike as much as possible before the summer comes. Then it would be no hiking. Christmas, it's been almost like a blink of an eye, and 2 months passed, and Christmas, great Christmas dinner with my Kocham Polske friends at Flying Pig Bistro. And this is the Christmas Eve party at Kocham Polske HK. You might know Marta from last year's video, and I also brought 3 more friends, new faces. On the left, you can see Janek. He's a game developer working in Hong Kong, and you can also see on the photo Mateusz and Alexandra, who are short-term academic visitors to one of the Hong Kong universities, and I'm sure you will hear from them more in the near future, so stay tuned. I'm not even sure if the photo comes from any particular party or a reception, but this is one of the many Christmas party I was invited during Christmas, and really nice social time I had. So great memories as well. And again, I took Mateusz and Alexandra to my favorite hiking place the whole area in Hong Kong, which is Sai Kung, without telling them that we will be taking a speedboat back to Sai Kung town. So they were really so surprised that I just told them, yeah, this is Ham Tin Beach. We will take a speedboat from here, and they were really amazed. This is actually the first and the only photo from 2022. It's another party, another cross-cultural meeting that I like to have in this great city. And I'm hoping this is a great symbol for a joyful year and a year full of new connections and new opportunities. The 2021 was quite challenging, so I hope the 2022 for both for myself and for you will be a joyful one. So happy 2022 and happy the year of the tiger, and live long and prosper, as Spock would say. Thank you. Bye bye. By the way, my name is Lukasz Mirocha, and this is the address of my website. And if you're interested in my research, what I've been doing on VR, on computer graphics, designing metaverse before it was cool, check out this website, and you can reach out to me anytime. Yeah, I know I'm quite serious, but life is serious, unfortunately. I can be only I can be only funny in a very sarcastic way, which which doesn't work here. So
We use that in the train.
yeah, it's all recorded at the end of the day. By the way, my name is Lukasz Mirocha, and this is the address of my website. And if you're interested in my research, what I've been doing on VR, on computer graphics, designing metaverse before it was cool, check out this website, and you can reach out to me anytime.